This attraction uses World War I fighter pilot maneuvers in the ride, and we're going to tell you all about it today on Annual Pass. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Annual Pass. This is the podcast where we talk about all things shows, rides, attractions. If it happens at a theme park, it happens here on Annual Pass. I'm your host, Jack Pattillo, and of course, joining me as always are my lovely, beautiful, and talented co-host, Geoff Ramsey and BK. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Jack. Sheesh. If you want to see Geoff dabbing,
we were having a conversation.
Yeah, we were having a whole thing. But if you want to see Geoff dabbing, check us out on youtube.com/annualpass. We got video. We got video up on the site. You can check that out. Watch us over there.
And check out our new channel, youtube.com/dabbindads. Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Dads, your age is showing.
Oh, yeah, the sheesh. Oh, man. Anyway, it's good having you on today. Thank you very much. We've got a fun one. We're talking about an attraction out in Florida, a roller coaster. We're going back to a roller coaster. We haven't done one of those in a while. This was one. I hit up Beeks and I was like, hey, what is something we can do? What's a good ride we can do? And she was like, hey, Busch Gardens. And we've been to Busch Gardens. At least I have. I went to Busch Gardens when we did Let's Play Live back in 2017.
Oh, wow.
We played Tampa. And so we went out
did.
there.
We had a good show.
Yeah. And pretty much, I think the entire cast from the show went to Busch Gardens in Tampa, except for one person. Take a wild guess, BK, as to who that one person was.
I don't know.
I had been first off, the entire cast of the show is at a minimum. How old are you? How old are you over there? Jack Pattillo?
Me? I am 40.
Is a minimum 7 years younger than me.
Okay.
A maximum, 30 years younger than me. I had been on a bus with all of them for 2 straight days.
Okay.
We got a hotel, and I needed a little peace and quiet. And I was reading a book that I really, really liked by this dude, B. Caitling. And it was very good. And I was
really
in the
good.
middle of it.
Riveting.
And I sat in that hotel room, and for 6 hours straight, I ate pizza and read that book. And I had a way better time than watching them push Michael around in a wheelchair.
That's true. That was a thing. Lindsay was super pregnant, and Michael passed out. I guess he hadn't eaten anything in a while, and he was just like, I mean, it's a theme park, and we were moving around a whole lot, and then all of a sudden he's like, I gotta sit down, and then he was laying on the ground outside of an attraction, and we were feeding him Snickers, trying to give him some sugar.
Oh my gosh!
And they literally had to we had to call, we had, thankfully we had a tour guide with us, and like a guy who worked at the park.
Okay.
And so he was giving us a ride around, so he got medics to come, and then they showed up with a wheelchair, and they're like, here you go, miss, and Lindsay's like, no, it's not for me, it's for him.
Oh my god!
And so then Michael spent most of his day in the medic tent or whatever they have there.
That's gotta be one of the weirdest theme park stories I've heard in a very long time.
It was very funny because it was like Michael's he's a pretty tough guy. And it's like, man, he must have been wrecked to not be able to do that. Anyway,
well, he was running on empty from performing back to back.
We've been going.
Of course, in travel,
it was exhausting.
And then you want to go to Busch Gardens, the most thrill-seeking amusement park in Florida.
Yeah.
And it's Florida in May
90-degree weather,
or April, so it's the humidity is
I can tell you
140%.
Yes.
It was April 29th, 2017.
Oh my gosh.
I can tell you that specifically. It was a lot of fun. It was a fun one. Real quick before we get into it too much, though, don't forget to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/annualpass. Go to store.roosterteeth.com. Pick up some Annual Pass merchandise. We got some great stuff up in the store. We got fanny packs, shirts, pins, buttons, you name it. We've got it up in the store. It's awesome, and it supports our show. Also, follow us on social media. We're annual_pass over on Instagram and on Twitter, and we're Annual Pass Pod over on TikTok. So check all that stuff out. Lots of cool content up on the site.
And if you're looking for a good book series, this guy B. Caitling, he wrote a really good series called the Vor and the Erstwhile. And if you find yourself in Florida and all your friends are want to go hang out in the sun, just sit in a hotel room and read that book.
That's my cousin, B. Caitling.
B. Caitling. Anyway. Roller coasters. Hey, so let's talk about Busch Gardens, obviously in Tampa, Florida. It's known as the roller coaster park of Florida.
Yes.
And so a lot more coasters there. I mean, it's funny now. SeaWorld is doing their darndest to get there.
Really?
I mean, SeaWorld had to make a pivot after people realized oh wait, maybe caging animals isn't a great thing. And so SeaWorld has definitely become the park where it's like we're doing tons and tons of stuff.
Also, the only place I've ever lost my daughter.
Oh yeah?
Found her in the Lost and Found.
Wait, actually,
when she was like,
sounds like she
that's
was on
not
a
a
shelf.
joke.
Like,
when she was like 6.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
a
we
child
walked
on
in the front
first-
door, and I turned around to say something to somebody. I turned around, and she was gone. And
Wow.
it was wild.
Which one's
terrifying.
San Diego, San Antonio, or Orlando?
San Antonio.
Okay.
She was missing for 8 minutes,
That's
but it
still
was like the worst 8
terrifying.
minutes of my
30
life.
seconds
can
missing
imagine.
is
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
Man.
Jeez.
I'm glad I mean,
So I'm just saying, there's a lot going on at SeaWorld.
so anyway, SeaWorld's trying to become a roller coaster park now too. That's like they're not doing any more animal attractions. It's all just like, let's do roller coasters and thrill stuff. They actually have a horror thing out there too. They do like a spooky thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do one in Orlando. I think they started doing it in San Antonio as well.
That'd be cool.
Probably
Yeah,
just
it's
drive
all
down there.
Cthulhu based, lots of eldritch monsters coming out of the water. It's quite frightening.
They put little ears on the orca that swims
Yeah.
around. They throw pumpkins at it and stuff.
You know, and on your way out the gift shop,
Shamu.
they give you an Necronomicon.
I like it.
It's a lot of human skin to make one of those things.
SeaWorld's Hallow Scream from September 16th to October 30th involves haunted houses and territories, themed bars,
Territories. That's
rides and coasters
great.
at night, a monster stomp, which looks like some kind of Victorian London show event with Jack the Ripper, and treats for kids.
I want to go.
Treats.
Monster Stomp, is that like where they make the noise with the trash can lids and stuff, but they're all dressed up like Frankenstein?
No, that's
Yeah.
Blue Man Group.
Got them wrong. That used to be Universal.
Those guys are scary.
That's true. They're coming back to town next year, by the way.
I'll be at it.
Coming to Bass. Busch Gardens was a lot of fun. We got to go. That was like one of my first experiences where we had a guided tour through the park because there was a gentleman who worked there who was super nice, and he was a fan, and he knew we were coming to town. He was like, "Hey, if you guys want to go," and I kind of just threw it out to like the cast, like, "Hey, if anybody wants to go," and everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna be tired," and then I'm like, "Okay," and then everyone's like, "Let's make it
Let's
happen."
go!
And so
Right.
we had like a group of like 16 of us.
Oh my gosh,
It was
that's gonna be so
You
much
know
fun
what?
though.
Probably the limit. 17 would have been too many.
Too much. Yeah, one too many.
But it was fun because we got to go we got to go through the exits of all the rides, kind of like what we did at Thorpe Park, Jeff, except just a whole bunch of us were there. And it was a blast. It was super fun, and yeah, we got to ride pretty much every single thing. We rode the cheetah run, which is awesome, and they actually
Fun fact: cheetahs are Jack's favorite animal.
That's true. And at
Largest cat that purrs.
Wow.
it's true. They're super awesome, and they're also really chill. Like they're very lazy. Like they're like me. They have bursts of energy and then they sleep most of the day.
Fun fact: Jack is very lazy. Some say lazy like a cheetah.
They actually have a cheetah run, like an enclosure with cheetahs in it, and they put food on a wire and they run it, and the cheetahs chase after it, and it's like you can actually see them hit like full speed.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's so neat. And so, but they have a cheetah run, which is like a multiple launch coaster, kind of like Hagrid's, where it's like they have multiple things, or even like Velocicoaster, where it does the 2 launches. Cheetah run's like that too, where it has multiple launches throughout the whole thing. It's really, really cool. It's a really neat coaster. But today we're going to talk about another coaster. It has some cool exclusive stuff. It was USA's first dive coaster, which is pretty cool. We're talking about SheikRA.
That's not how you say it.
You say SheikRA.
SheikRA.
It's SHEI capital K.
That goes back to
R.A.
that conversation we were having before the podcast.
It was our pleasantry portion of the podcast.
Don't start stealing bits from other shows, buddy.
Pleasantries
There's no
is a thing.
pleasantry.
Pleasantries
exist.
existed before your other show.
And that show popularized them, and you can't glom on. How dare you?
That is true. I've totally just glommed on. So SheikRA is a metal coaster. It's a dive coaster, which we'll get into. The ride, this is from Wikipedia, the ride was planned to be 160 feet high. It was planned to be 160 feet high, but the park's executives rejected this, and the height was changed to 200 feet.
Oh, wow.
They said, no, bro.
They
go
said,
big or go home.
we need another 40.
Wow.
SheikRA reaches a maximum speed of 70 miles per hour and has a total track length of 3,188 feet. It first opened on May 21st, 2005, and it was converted to a floorless roller coaster on June 16th, 2007. Following the opening of its sister dive coaster Griffin at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg that year. So Griffin opened up, it's very similar, and that didn't have a floor. So like, we're going to do the same thing as that one. And so they opened that one up as well. So let's see here. SheikRA was the first dive coaster to be constructed in North America. Its track includes a splashdown and an Immelman loop, which I don't know what an Immelman loop is. Alexa, Immelman loop.
Is that like a turn loop?
I think maybe it's like a flip and then a rotate
That's
out
what
of
I'm
it.
curious, yeah.
Can I just say,
Yes,
while
Jeffrey.
Ben's looking that up, because I know you've been working on it at home. Your reading is getting really good.
Thank you very much.
You're getting better. I can see the fruits of your efforts.
Thank you very much. Well, the fruits are in my mouth when I'm talking. That's the issue. So the Splashdown and an Immelman loop. Thank you. Both a first for its kind. It broke the records for the world's longest, tallest, and fastest dive coaster.
Dang.
But lost these records when Griffin opened in Williamsburg, Virginia, United States, and Dive Coaster, which is what it's called, just Dive Coaster, at Chimelong Paradise in Guangzhou, China opened.
Wow.
So I think that's how it's pronounced. Guangzhou.
What was it called again?
It's just called Dive Coaster.
Dive Coaster.
That's the name of it. They're very simple. That's Dive Coaster. That's Fast Coaster. That's Dive Coaster. Jeff, you might be asking, what is a dive coaster?
I'm asking you, Jack, what is a dive coaster?
I'm glad you asked, Jeff. The Dive Coaster is a steel roller coaster model developed and engineered by Bollinger and Mabillard, which is B&M. If you ever hear about B&M coasters, that's the coaster company that makes them. They've made coasters for everyone. The design features one or more near vertical drops that are approximately 90 degrees. Straight down. 90 degrees. They feature a moment of free falling for passengers. The experience is enhanced by unique trains that seat up to 10 riders per row, spanning only 2 or 3 rows total. So instead of a big long car, it's just all one, but it's wider. So it's like kind of like, remember we did that coaster at Thorpe Park that was like the wing coaster where it was just on the side? It's like that, except it's just a whole lot of people
it's like
side
a
by
chunky
side.
baby instead of a long
Yeah,
baby.
I think this one holds 8 or 10. We can check in a little bit. Unlike traditional train designs, this distinguishing aspect gives all passengers virtually the same experience throughout the course of the ride. Because again, if you ride most roller coasters, the front of the train versus the back give you different experiences. Another defining characteristic of dive coasters is the holding brake at the top of the lift hill that holds the train momentarily right as it enters the first drop, suspending passengers with a view looking straight down and releasing suddenly moments later. Yeah.
Every time.
So it's a normal sort of chain lift hill, Jeff. It gets to the top and then goes like, and it freezes and you're staring straight down.
Do you want to see some Tampa? And now it's time to die. It's terrifying.
That's awesome. Ben Lexa, you have some information for us?
Yeah, so an Immelman is a popular inversion found on many B&M coasters. So in an Immelman, riders enter a half loop followed by a half twist.
It was a twist.
And then exit the element traveling in the opposite direction, making a 180-degree turn.
Okay.
The inversion is similar to a Sidewinder, which exits closer to a 90 degree or perpendicular to the entrance point. And an Immelman loop becomes a dive loop if the entrance and exit points are reversed. So the name Immelman actually comes from the Immelman turn, which was an aircraft maneuver named after the World War I German fighter pilot Max Immelman.
That's cool. There's actually there's at Universal Studios Florida, the Rip Ride and Rocket.
Yes.
They do something. They have an inversion. It's not technically not an inversion because it's a normal loop, but as you go up, as you start to turn over backwards, it rotates. And so you're at the top of the loop on the top of it, and then it rotates down into it again. So it's literally like, oh yeah, we've got a visual here for Jeff. Yeah. So it's like, but anyway, so it's like a double Immelman
fighter
loop.
jet simulations.
That's true.
We're pilots, guys.
We're basically pilots.
Oh my
God. So the image I just showed.
I call it Tom Cruise.
Not again.
The image I just showed was a fighter pilot plane going upwards, and then at the apex of it's like going up,
twisting.
It twists upwards so it can just continue backwards from where it was going.
So it's like a quick 180. It spins around, goes the opposite direction. Jeff, you could be my rooster any day. Just watch your head. The name SheikRA is derived. SheikRA is derived from the word SheikRA, an Asian African hawk that is known to dive vertically for its prey.
Wow,
that's kind of cool.
That's what
really awesome.
That's what I thought it was.
And it's also its hips don't lie, so it works out pretty well. In 2005, Amusement Today's annual Golden Ticket Award voted it the 4th best new steel roller coaster of the year, and a 3-way tie, and the 28th best steel roller coaster overall. That's rough. It tied for 4th with 3 other or 2 other places.
Feels bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, it's supposed. I mean, it's
it just sounds like it picked a crowded year to launch.
Listen, top 5, baby, top 5.
To launch, I get it.
was good. I see what you did
Jeffrey. The coaster also, so when they were building the coaster as well, they had the Serengeti Express, which is a train. Beeks, you've been there more recently. Is the Serengeti Express still there? Or
around the whole park,
Yeah,
right?
it is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Last time I've been.
Okay, so when they were building this, they actually had to shut down the Serengeti Express to remove some track because it was sitting, like the footprint of the ride was sitting there. So they got rid of the Serengeti Express. Jeff, what would you say the Serengeti Express is?
Train.
Yes.
It goes around the edge of the... I mean, I am in this podcast. I just heard the conversation.
I was making sure you're paying attention.
1 second
Let me
ago.
tell you a little bit more about the Serengeti Express.
Serengeti Express.
The Serengeti Express, formerly known as the Transvelt Railway, which I think is from Watchmen, right? Is a 3-foot narrow gauge heritage railroad and amusement park attraction located within the Busch Gardens Tampa Bay Amusement Park in Tampa, Florida. Opened on July 3rd, 1971.
Wow.
The railway is about 2.2 miles long and has stations in the Nairobi, Congo, and Stanleyville sections of the park. It uses 3 trains pulled by one of 4 440 type steam locomotives manufactured by Crown Metal Products. 440, what do you think that is?
440?
Size.
Yeah.
It's a 3-digit number.
And that's correct. But what do you think a 440 type steam locomotive is?
The power, horsepower,
I
engine power.
I don't know.
Force.
Well,
That's weird. It's like they wrote it in here like I would know what that is. I have no idea what it
4400.
is.
You can't click into
Ben.
hyperlink.
No, well, not on this one. Ben Lexa, what is a 440 steam locomotive?
I have no idea.
Oh no!
So during SheikRA's run, obviously it opened up and it had, it actually had a floor to it, but eventually the floors were removed, allowing your feet to dangle. So your feet just kind of hang out underneath it because, Griffin, the other one opened, they were like, let's do the same thing. On April 24th, 2007, this is great, Jeff, you'll appreciate this. During the park's high school journalism day, Busch Gardens Tampa Bay unveiled the first floorless train for the roller coaster. SheikRA closed for the conversion on May 28th, 2007. The train station was modified because retractable floors were needed to be installed so riders could board and then disembark the train. So there's no floor to it. How do you get on the train? They have a floor that goes like that, and then you get on, and then it opens up underneath you, and then it goes.
you know what? I appreciate that.
Yeah. But that it has a floor? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or because I said...
You said I would appreciate it because of the high school journalism class.
Yeah, the high school journalism day.
I appreciate it.
Which is the thing. How do you get invited to high school journalism day? I want to go to that.
I wasn't in my... I didn't become a journalist till I joined the Army.
Really? Yes, Jeffrey. Jeff!
Beeks!
Jeff!
Are you ready to find out what a 440 is?
Yes, hit me, baby.
Tell me, Jeff!
It's a locomotive type with a classification that uses the white notation for classification of steam locomotives by wheel arrangement and represents the arrangement 4 leading wheels on 2 axles, usually in a leading bogie, 4 powered and coupled driving wheels on 2 axles, and a lack of trailing wheels. Due to the large number of the type that were produced and used in the United States, the 440 is most commonly known as the American type. But the type subsequently also became popular in the UK, biting our style as always.
Of course.
Where large numbers were produced. So it looks like that.
Oh, okay. So basically, all the wheels are powered. So there's no extra wheels. So that's what the zero's for.
I wasn't listening to what I said. I just read
The
it.
zeros
So
was
that's what
no
you got from
trailing
Richard.
wheels. I think
No
it was
trailing
no
wheels,
trailing
yeah.
unpowered wheels.
There you
Nice. This is going to be our new G-forces. Explain to us how that works. When SheikRA opened in 2005 and introduced 2 new roller coaster elements to the dive coaster, the Splashdown caused the train to come into contact with water. It actually goes through water, and it has scoops located on the last car of each train. Check this photo out. It literally it's like a jet ski where it like spits water out. But that's but that's all done through the propulsion of the water going into the back of the train and out. Which is wild. Like you figured to be like jets just kind of shooting water. Like, ooh, look, it looks like water spraying.
No, that's force.
Like Incredible Hulk does that, where like when you go under the bridge, it has water. It makes it look like you splash, but it's just water being like in the little tubes next to the track. That one, the car itself is the one throwing water, which is wild to me.
That is wild.
That is so cool.
It's to make sure you slow down after the 90-degree drop.
Well, the Matterhorn out in Disneyland in California, towards the end of the ride, it actually dips into a water thing and does a little splash. That's because the brakes get so hot that it needs to cool down. So it actually helps cool the brakes down.
That's
Yeah.
awesome and also frightening.
Yeah,
pretty scary.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, the Matterhorn was the very first metal tube coaster on the planet. So they were doing stuff they didn't know how it worked.
Right.
So they're like, what can we do?
I found out in the most recent F1 race that just because your brakes are on fire isn't the biggest deal in the world.
Okay.
You can still go 2 or 3 laps and just hope that the wind puts them out eventually, and that's what happened. Yeah.
So as long as the fire is subdued,
as long as
your brakes are Gucci.
I guess so. They seemed like Gucci brakes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. Got it.
Gucci brakes.
Yeah.
So B&M took approximately 6 months to design SheikRA and 4 years to complete the entire project. After Busch Gardens Tampa announced SheikRA, the park contracted B&M. They contracted B&M so that the layout of the roller coaster could not be reproduced for several years. So literally, they're like, nope, no one can do this one. In 2009, after the deal expired, Happy Valley Shanghai built an identical copy of SheikRA called Diving Coaster. So there's Diving Coaster and Dive Coaster. There's Diving Coaster in Shanghai, and then Diving Coaster in Shanghai, and then Dive Coaster.
Do you guys think Dive and Diving Coaster is awesome? In 2025, Divest Coaster comes out, and it's going to be the best. I have a question.
Yes, Jeffrey.
Would you please say the name of the roller coaster properly from here on out when you do it?
SheikRA.
Thank you.
Sorry, I apologize for that.
Appreciate that.
So that's pretty much all the information I have on it. But you guys, would you like to go with me right now to Tampa Bay, Florida, to Busch Gardens to ride SheikRA with me?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, Beaks, you excited? You ready to do this?
Let's do it again.
All right, here we go. Okay, let me get myself prepped for this. Let me get myself all ready for this. All right, ready?
Okay, yes.
Hey, Jeff and BK!
Jack!
I feel like I haven't yelled in a while.
Jeff!
There's not even anybody in line. We can just talk normal.
We're in Tampa, Jeff. We're back in Tampa again. Remember we were here before doing shows?
Vaguely.
That was 5 years ago, but we're back.
Let's go.
And this time we're taking you to Busch Gardens, Jeffrey.
You better come this time.
Beaks has been to Busch Gardens before. You know all about Busch Gardens.
Yes, I do. Come, let's go.
Let's go walk. Can we walk by the cheetahs before we go ride a roller coaster?
Let's look at all the animals.
The cheetahs are so awesome. Remember, there's like little gophers and stuff too. There's fat gophers.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, you weren't there, Jeff. Beaks, there's gophers.
More animals.
But Jeff, we gotta go ride a roller coaster. You wanna go ride a roller coaster with us, Jeff?
I do.
We're gonna go ride SheikRA.
That was good.
You ready to go ride SheikRA?
I'm ready, Jack.
All right, cool.
Let's do it.
We're in line. Okay, now, Jeff, it's really wide. This coaster's really wide, Jeff. So instead of like which row you want to go, where do you want to sit? Do you want to sit in the middle? Do you want to sit on a wing? Where do you want to sit? What's the best seats?
Not the front.
Not the front.
Not the front. Well, they're all the front. There's only 3 rows, Jeffrey.
We'll take row 3, I guess.
Sounds great.
Row 3. Okay, well, we'll sit on the wings so we get like the whooshing, and we can also get a good camera photo for us too.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so here we go, Jeff. Okay. Oh, what, Jeff? Look, the floor is dropped out. It's dropped out around us.
I forgot the floor goes away, Jack.
Okay.
Why did you remind me?
Our feet are dangling.
I don't like that.
All right, Jeff, here we go. Oh, Jeff, you love these. It's a lift hill. We've rounded the corner. Now we're going up the lift hill. Good.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. I have to tell myself these things because every time I cry and I almost back out every single time, and I've read this a lot of times.
How many times?
We're staring into the sun.
BK, how many times have you ridden this?
This will be like my 4th or 5th time.
Okay. It's only my second, but here we go, Jeff. Look, we're staring right into the sun. That hurts my eyes. Okay, Jeff, we're going to the top hill. Okay, it's not going to be a long drop. Are you ready, Jeff?
Oh, this is okay.
We're going to round. Okay,
this is okay.
It's nice and flat.
Look at Florida.
Now
we're
leaning to our right. We're going to our right.
Looks about as I remember.
You can see the whole park. I can see from my house from here. Flat Earth. Okay. All right, now, here we go, Jeff. Oh, there's the drop. Oh, we've stopped.
We stopped.
Oh, okay, Jeff.
And we're inching.
We can see everything.
Jeff, we're inching forward.
We're leaning forward.
Oh, come on.
Here we
Look
go.
at that drop.
We're leaning
Come
forward.
on.
We're stuck. We're stuck.
Oh, my God.
We're falling down now.
We're falling.
Straight down 90 degrees.
We're going back up in a big.
Oh,
We did
and
the
a
Emelman
twisty
loop.
turn.
And we did the Emelman loop, Jeff. That's like a flip, and then we spun. Jeff, are you okay?
Oh my goodness.
I will never ride this in the real
Here
world.
we go, and here we go.
Okay, now we're going down. Okay, we're slowing down. There's a little break room.
Again?
Oh no,
Look
they're
at that.
gonna
There's
debate
another
us.
big drop.
Not again.
Okay,
Oh my
we're going under a
gosh.
tunnel. And then turning a big bank right, Jeff. Lean to your right, Jeff.
Bacon. Oh my goodness. Jeff, are you okay? Jeff, wake up. Jeff, wake up.
I think Jeff may have passed out. Okay. Wow, we're going so fast.
We are splashing and everything.
Okay. I know. Big bank right ball. G-forces.
Over the parking lots, over the entire park.
And we're done. Super easy. Yay.
How's my hair? 70 miles per hour was a lot,
And there
Jack.
you can see how wide the right is right
70
there.
miles per hour.
Jeff, what do you think, Jeff?
I think it's great for YouTube.
I think Jeff passed out twice.
I
Yeah.
think Jeff fell asleep. That's not good.
That's
didn't fall
really
asleep.
not good. No,
All
I
right.
think I think.
All right, Beaks, you grab his feet. I'll grab his arm.
Okay, I got him. All right.
Okay. Jeff, Beaks, we survived.
Well,
SheikRA.
now I know what happened to Michael.
For what it's worth, I have a photo here. We may have to Photoshop a couple people out of it, but when we look at this thing, hang on one second. I can get you a higher res version of this photo because we rode this thing, and the cool thing is because it's so wide, we managed to get so many people on this actual coaster, and we're all in the same photo. Hang on one second. Let me get this thing.
This is so cute. I can't wait.
So you can actually see all of us there.
Oh my god!
So that's me. I love roller coaster photos. So I spotted the camera very quickly. And and that's I forget. I got to look up the name of the gentleman who was our tour guide. I think like not Roddy, Ricky. Oh, I'll do it right here. His name is Grady, and then I'll look it up after the show. And we'll splice it in there. He was super nice. I don't know if he's there anymore, but you can see like the whole crew except Jeffrey from Let's Play Live down there. Yeah, it was fun times. There's Elise and James, and Elise looks like Zool from Ghostbusters. Like I don't know what happened there. It's great, but the photo takes your photo at the bottom of the drop hill, so you're going as fast as possible, and and like he's blowing your hair back and everything. It's pretty wild. So
I might have given someone whiplash with this hair if I rode that. You're gonna watch out. Put me on the end.
Smack someone in the face. This episode of Annual Pass is brought to you by the brand new movie Black Adam. From New Line Cinema, Dwayne Johnson stars in the action-adventure Black Adam. The first ever feature film to explore the story of the DC superhero comes to the big screen under the direction of Joam Collet-Serra, who also directed Jungle Cruise, which we all love. An ancient Kandek, Teth Adam was bestowed the almighty powers of the gods. After using these powers for vengeance, he was imprisoned, becoming Black Adam. Nearly 5,000 years have passed, and Black Adam has gone from man to myth to legend. Now released, his unique form of justice, born out of rage, is challenged by modern-day heroes who form the Justice Society: Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, and Cyclone. Johnson stars alongside Aldous Hodge from City on the Hill and One Night in Miami as Hawkman, Noah Centineo, who's in All the Boys I've Loved Before as the Atom Smasher, Sarah Shahi, who is in Sex Life and also Rush Hour 3, Marwan Kenzari, who is in Murder on the Orient Express, The Mummy as well, Contessa Swindell from Voyagers and Trinkets as Cyclone, Mo Amer, who is in Mo and Rami, Badi Sambangwi, who's in A Million Little Things, and Pierce Brosnan, who we all love and know as one of the best Bonds. I mean, one of the 6 best Bonds. He was also in Mamma Mia as well as Dr. Fate. Collet-Serra directed from a screenplay written by Adam Sitskill and Rory Haynes and Shorab Noshravani, based on characters from DC, based on characters created by Bill Parker and C.C. Beck. The film's producers are Bo Flynn, Hiram Garcia, Dwayne Johnson, and Danny Garcia, with Toby Emmerich, Richard Brenner, Dave Neustadter, Chris Pan, Walter Hamada, Adam Schlagman, Jeff Johns, Eric McLeod, and Scott Sheldon executive producing. The director's behind-the-scenes creative team includes Oscar-nominated director of photography Lawrence Sher, who did Joker, production designer Tom Mayer, who did Real Steel, which I really love that movie, editors Mike Sale, who did Red Notice and Skyscraper, and John Lee, Anyone Home, costume designers Kurt and Bart from Deadpool 2, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1 and 2, Oscar-winning visual effects supervisor Bill Westenhofer from Life of Pi and Wonder Woman, and composer Lauren Balfe, who did Black Widow. New Line Cinema presents a $7 Flynn Company production, a Joam Collet-Serra film, Black Adam, smashing into theaters and IMAX internationally beginning on October 19th in North America on October 21st, 2022. It'll be distributed worldwide by Warner Brothers Pictures. You can watch Black Adam in theaters and IMAX internationally on October 19th and in North America on October 21st. But yeah, that's SheikRA, and it's a very, very cool coaster. It's very simple. I mean, but it's classic. You know, it's like super fast. Got the crazy dive at the front. You got a good like turns and whips and stuff. You don't think you'll ever ride this one, Jeff?
That the hang is the part in the draw and the scariest thing ever.
What is the name of the tower they have at Busch Gardens, where it's like it's a big circle of people you sit in, and then it goes way up to the top. And no, it doesn't spin. It drops, kind of like the Dr. Doom's Fearfall.
I was okay with Dr. Doom.
Well, this one goes up to the top, and then you're on it, and then all the seats tilt forward a little bit. Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
I believe you're talking about the Falcon's Fury that has a 335-foot drop.
Yeah, that one. That one's wild.
Hard pass.
Jeff, do you want to hang out and like read a book in a hotel room?
Yeah.
Maybe. That'd be nice. I'm going to go on the locomotive. I'm going to
go get literate.
Yeah.
I'm going to go look at animals.
Yeah, we can go look at the cheetahs.
You've not done that one?
No.
Falcon's Fury? Because you don't
do
like
drops.
those drops.
I'm good.
Hey, have you not? Now, let me ask you a question. Do you not do drops because you look at them and you say, there's just no way? Or did you have a bad experience on a drop?
Yes, I had the worst experience.
Wait, what happened?
On Tower of Terror.
What?
When I was a wee lad in the days where there were only one lap bar to keep you in.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a mother who was pleasantly more sizable than I sitting next to me on the ride, where I indeed flew up and over the bar, being held on by my mother's dear hand through the multiple drops that happen in that ride. I am traumatized. Even when I ride roller coasters, I have the hardest panic attack of, do I push forward or do I pull it back? Because I need to be secure, and I'm small and I can't get it to do the last little click. So I just got between the yeah, I can't tell. Are you a push back?
Are you crumping up there?
Or are you maybe Bring It On? That was filmed at Universal.
Oh, was it?
Bring It On 2, I think, was Dueling Dragons. It was a whole cheerleading thing. You should rewatch that movie.
I have a tattoo I want to get from Bring It On World Tour.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought that was Guitar Hero.
No, it was a Bring It On. It was a direct to Netflix movie.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like Bring It On 4 or 5.
Wow. Okay, I gotta check that one.
We gotta get a tattoo together, Jeff.
Sure, man. Let's do it.
Oh, that's so cute.
We can get it. You can get this. It's a peace sign. It's a heart, and then it's a cheer horn. And
so
they have it on their ankle.
Love, and cheer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
I thought
that's like live
that'd be
well,
fun
laughed
to get
off,
it.
and love much.
And then if anybody ever got it, they'd be like, "Why would you get a tattoo from that movie?" That'd be awesome.
Nice.
That's where you want it.
It's kind of like I have milkshake. Yeah.
I've seen other people get that tattoo now because of you.
I know, that's so dumb.
That's wild. So, but yeah, that does it for SheikRA and SheikRA.
Thank you.
Yeah, the coaster's a lot of fun. It was a really neat one. I mean, that was one. It's over very fast, but that initial drop is wild, and it has a really good photo too. So it's a good time. It's neat because there are literally there are 8 seats side by side, which you don't see very often in coasters.
Yeah.
So here's what I'll say about that ride from watching the YouTube video of it. If you go on that ride, you probably won't die.
Yeah.
But if you don't go on that ride, you're definitely not going to die.
That's true.
Something to think about.
I mean, you could be hit by a car while waiting outside. So
I don't see a lot of cars driving around the inside of Busch Gardens.
Well, listen, there are animals in that park. Anything is open
you could be
season,
eaten by a fat
right?
gopher.
Let's be real, okay? Like,
so that'll do it for our look at SheikRA at Busch Gardens, Tampa.
Yes.
Go check it out. It's an awesome park. A lot of really cool rides there. A lot of really cool attractions. Kind of caught me off guard of it, like how many things there were to do there. But it was a lot of fun. I want to go back someday. I'm sure. Like they have there's a new one. There's Iron Gwazi now, which just opened up not too long ago. So I think Gwazi was an original coaster, and they added it was a wood coaster, I think. And now they've added steel coasters to it.
What does Gwazi mean?
I think it's a snake.
I don't know. I thought.
I'm not 100% on that.
No, thank you.
But yeah, no. But so this is the point of the show where we'll open up some stuff. I have one big box here. We'll go through. Our friends, the twins.
Ooh.
They sent us something. Oh my gosh! So it's Jessica and Jennifer sent us a giant box. I don't want to show their address on it, so. Let me open it this way. Hang on.
Careful.
Okay.
Whoa, it's a big box, y'all.
It's a massive box.
It's the size of his torso.
Full of goodies.
Oh my God.
All right, so I got a letter here. Well, this will be the one thing we'll open. Hello, BK, Jack, Jeff, and producer Ben. Hey, you got called out. Here's a box of assorted goodies from Walt Disney World, Florida. Everyone gets a treat bag, and there are some postcards to look old school. We were hoping that either BK or Ben could put together the 3D metal models so they can have something to build on the live streams. Mini ears for BK, unless BK wants to share them. An AP mini canvas. A new puzzle for Jeff. There are 4 of them. That they're only 500 pieces each. A not so scary Halloween poster, an annual pass magnet for Jack. Also some not so scary Halloween park maps, and food and wine festival passports. Enjoy. Love always the twins, Jessica and Jennifer. We love the twins.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, we
thank
do.
you.
We have so much stuff.
The twins.
You have to look at these ears.
Oh my God.
So there's food and wine fest, and then there's WandaVision. They got WandaVision ears, which are very, very new. Beaks just lost her mind. And then we've got metal. We've got these metal like things you build. We got the Black Pearl and Magic Kingdom Castle. Then we've got a postcard pack. We got
that's neat.
I've got the Food and Wine Festival passport. Jeffrey, this is for you. Look, it's the Haunted Mansion stretching room.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's 4 of them. They're all 500 each.
Oh, thanks,
Beaks
guys.
the taxes in the front if you want to hide that.
Oh, that's so cool. That'll keep me busy for the rest of the show, probably.
Nice. And then we've got, look, it says, let's boo this. It's the not so scary Halloween bag.
Cute.
Super, super cute. We got a few of those. So we all get one, it looks like. And then we've got park maps and a magnet. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go through that. Here you go, Jeff. You want to open that?
Yes, I do.
That's the canvas there. And then we've got a bunch of food and wine.
These are my favorite that they do.
The
these
food and wine
canvases.
passports as well. I got plenty of these. So maybe we'll mail some of these out to some
this
folks.
one's awesome.
So, and then we got a poster here. But yeah, Jessica and Jennifer, we love them so much.
Such artists, too.
They have been fans for so long, and it's so cool. They were at the very first RTX.
They were at the very first 500-person RTX.
Yep. And oh yeah, look. Okay, so we've got a magnet. Oh look, it's the orange bird magnet. Is that upside down? Yep, that's upside down. It's Orange Bird.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. It's the annual pass
Oh
holder
my
magnet.
God.
This is actually cool because I wanted to get this, but I couldn't. Oh, what does it look like? Let me see it.
They're super talented.
Show the camera. Oh,
That
that's
is
super cute.
amazing.
Yeah, I love that. I love it so much. Awesome. Thank you very much. And then here's all the maps. We've got some Halloween, Mickey's Halloween, not so scary Halloween party. Here you go, Beaks. You want one as well?
Yes, please.
Let's boo this. Is a really
These
funny
are so
tagline.
cool. Yeah. And the Not So Scary Halloween party is a lot of fun. They have like treats you can go around. You can go trick or treating. They literally have like stations for candy set up and everything.
Dude, they have a pain and panic hot dog. Now that I could get in. Ooh,
Yeah.
almond sweet corn cake, worms and dirt funnel cake, grave digger milkshake. Spellbinding fruit pie looks.
They also have a BK. You might appreciate this. They have a Hocus Pocus stage show.
I have seen many videos. Don't remind me things I'll never get to see.
I know it'll probably be shut down by the time we make it out there. Unfortunately.
Have you guys ever been to Mickey's Boo to You Halloween parade?
No.
No.
Sounds cool. They have a monstrous Screamoween ball.
Oh, look at this.
Zombie
look at this. This is so cool. So again, you should probably check out the YouTube version of this, but we've got the poster, the Not So Scary poster. It's the castle.
We should frame that.
All spookied up and whatnot.
That is awesome.
Well, we might be moving into a permanent space soon. We'll see. So
Yeah, well, you've been saying that for a
I know.
How many episodes have we done on this show?
over 60. I think this isn't like we've done at least probably 80 at this point.
75. There you go. So you've been saying that for 75 episodes.
Yeah. So
we're never moving out of a temporary space.
So Jessica and Jennifer, thank you so much. I got some postcards here as well. I got this one I wanted to point out. It is really nice. I'm going to read just this episode. Look at this. This is the
wow.
Outlaw Run coaster.
Is that embossed?
It's like shiny metal. I don't know what it is. It is so cool looking. And let me read this. Jeff, Jack, and BK.
Woo!
Because it literally says Jeff in like extended letters here.
And Ben.
I really love the podcast. Jack's enthusiasm for these parks is so contagious. Knowing this is a less than popular park, I had to get you a postcard from SDC. Fun fact, I got this postcard at Outlaw Run SDC Wood Coaster on the day of the new Texas Giant episode. Oh, that's cool. Would love to see you guys visit my childhood theme park and make an episode about some of the rides. If you ever cover Outlaw Run, I have a story from it when it first opened. Hoping to get an annual pass. High five at RTX 2023, as well as meet you all. Your Major League fan, Brandon. And it says, Jeff the Ice Pony on the RT site. Thank you very much.
Major League fan. I love it.
Major League fan, Brandon. I appreciate it.
I also really liked how you pronounced enthusiasm.
Did I say that?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I don't hear what I'm talking. I just in my own head.
I don't. Well, never mind.
So anyway, if you want to send us something like that, doesn't have to be a box full of stuff, but just a postcard would be awesome. You can send it to Annual Pass, care of Rooster Teeth Production, 1901 East 51st Street, Austin, Texas 78723. And one more thing, we do live streams all the time, usually about the middle of the month. I'm not sure exactly when the next live stream will be when you're listening to this episode, but we answer questions during those live streams, or we ask questions of you during our podcast episodes, and we go through the answers. I love the ears. He looks so cute.
Those are really cool.
I'm obsessed.
So we go through the answers during our live streams, and the ones we read out on the live stream, we send an autographed theme park map. So maybe you might get one of our extra Mickey's Halloween Party theme park maps autographed by all of us here at Annual Pass. So my question for you this week is, what is your favorite scary roller coaster? I say scary, like basically what's the biggest drop coaster? What makes you most frightened? What's the roller coaster that makes you most frightened?
The most fear-inducing roller coaster.
Yeah. And so what you do, go to roosterteeth.com, answer in the comments of this episode over on roosterteeth.com. We will go through the comments and pick a winner, or we'll give out a bunch of theme park maps during our live streams. So yeah, it's pretty great. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, so go watch those live streams, because usually I'm building Lego. Jeff, you got a new puzzle to build.
I'm gonna wrap up the Disney map, and then I'll be all over these for
Beaks, you've got your metal things there.
I've never even seen these before, and I'm obsessed now.
I've seen them, but I've never thought to grab one. But they're really cool. And they're like perfect size for like desks. They're like
this is so awesome.
So thank you again, everyone, and thank you for supporting the show. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it. Make sure to follow us over on @annual_pass on Twitter and Instagram. We're Annual Pass Pod over on TikTok, YouTube.com/annualpass for all of our video stuff, and it really means the world to us. And these podcasts, they live and die by word of mouth. So please let your friends know about Annual Pass, because we want to keep making this show. I really enjoy making this. Any outlet I have to just espouse my excitement on theme parks is a good thing. So because if I don't, it bottles up and then bad things happen.
Oh no!
Yeah,
jury's still out on whether this is genuine enthusiasm or if he's been faking it the whole time.
We're still trying to figure that one out.
For the 70-ish episodes or whatever we've done. But yeah, so thank you very much, everyone. Jeffrey, do you feel like you learned anything today?
Yeah, I learned. I do. I learned a lot. I learned the main thing I learned is that SheikRA is a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that shows that SheikRA is a bird.
SheikRA's a bird.
SheikRA is a ride.
That's true.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
so that was super cool.
That's what you learned as well today, Beach?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though, because like all animal themes,
absolutely,
it's cool. I had no idea.
That is neat. So
birds were the original dive bombers.
They were.
Right.
Yeah, they still do it.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild. So, well, thank you very much, everyone, for listening and watching our show. Make sure to grab a shirt or something cool over at store.roosterteeth.com as well. Supports our show very, very much. So, love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe, and we will see you very soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Good. I got a new case for my phone.
Congratulations,
but
man.
the button on the side, like you push it and it goes in, but you can't feel it. So like you can't feel that you push the button. It doesn't have a good like tactile push. So it's like I end up double tapping.
Speaking of tactile, have you turned on the new haptic feedback on your phone?
No.
It's so cool.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like when you type and stuff now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really, really neat.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
I learned about it from a TikTok.
Universal. There we go. Orlando.
All right, we are rolling on video and audio, so whenever you're ready.
Are we?
I'll let you know.
Sorry.
Chic.
SheikRA.
Yeah, you got to do it. That's what the kids do nowadays.
God, I know. I have a 17-year-old, and I have to take her to school every day.
Oh God.
This is just all this is the lines.
It's just kids walking around dabbing,
and
doing having ice in their veins.
Like, what's
or
going on
whatever,
here? Like,
Armando had to explain that to me, of all people.
he's the youngest, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like 24, I think.
Oh God.
Young. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Annual Pass. This is